Recording experiment 3 web technology lab. This is a sample layout of the web page we are supposed to create. Let's go question by question. So we are handling the header part first, and inside that first they ask us to add a title, and the size of the font size of the title should be 48 pixels and it should be aligned at the center of the page. So to do that, instead of a text I added an image, and the size of the image is nearly equivalent to 48 pixels, and to position it to the center I use the center tag, and this is the result. As you can see, the image is exactly the center of the header part. Then the next question is asking us to add a horizontal bar with a simple rollover effect, and it also asks us to remove the bullets on the link, and also to set a background color, and to set the width of the navigation bar to the complete width of the screen. So in order to do that, first I added an unordered list of hyperlinks, and to modify the properties in CSS, I set the background color as black. Then I set the width as 100%, so that the width of the navigation bar will be extended to the complete width of the screen. Then I set the display as inline block, so that it will be displayed in one line. The entire list will be displayed in one line as blocks. Then to remove the bullets, I modify the text decoration property, and I set the value of text decoration property of none. And to create the rollover effect inside hover, I set the background color. So once I move the mouse over each links, the background color changes to green. Then the next question asks us to add a banner, and after adding a banner, it wants us to add a text over the banner and to position it at the right corner of the banner image. So this is the division in which I have the banner, and I set the banner image as the background image. So to set that, as you can see, that I changed the background image property and set the path of the image which I wanted to upload. Then to position the text here, I put it inside a table, and the image is in the first column and the text is in the second column. As you can see in the code, the first column contains the text, and the first column contains the image, and the second column it contains the text. Now the next question asks us to add 3 thumbnails, and the thumbnail should be positioned. Thumbnail should have equal amount of space on the screen, and also it should have a drop down window at the bottom of each thumbnail. And we want to modify the transparency of these drop down menus, so that the image or the background image is visible. To do that, first I added each thumbnail in each column of a table. My table contains 3 columns, so these are the 3 columns, and each column contains a division. They look pretty much the same, and they have a background image and also a drop down menu. So to modify its properties in CSS, here the name of my classes are D1, D2, D3, which corresponds to each thumbnail, and I have each of them have their own background images which I added using the background image property. Then all of them are positioned relative to each other, and they all have the same height and width, so that to make sure that they occupy the same space in the screen. Now the drop down menu is also positioned relative, and it has the same width as that of the thumbnail. And to position it at the bottom of the thumbnail, I put the float property as the bottom. And to increase the transparency of the drop down menu so that I can see the image behind it, I modify the value of the opacity property. I set it as 0.4, so the transparency is improved. The next question asks us to add 2 sections below the thumbnails, and they should have a title, and they should have adequate paddings and borders and stuff. So to do that, in HTML, first I have divisions which contains other 2 divisions. So each division represent these are my 2 divisions, and they have a title. Here it is supercomputing, class performance, and the second part has a title of cloud-based GPS. So to first I added the title inside a span tag, then I added the content inside a p tag, that is a para tag. So I have two divisions which is similar to each other. Then I position them in such a way that they don't overlap each other and the spacing is taken care of. Then the next part of the question asks us to add a footer. The footer should contain a contact which is aligned at the center, and also we want the font style of the text in the footer to be italic. So this is a footer. As you can see, there is information about the contact details. So I added the contact details in a table inside the HTML code. Then in CSS, I modified its properties. So the name of the class is contact. Here I set the width as 100 so that the width of the I set the width as 100 so that it occupies the entire screen. Then I set the font style of the footer as italic so that the contacts will be displayed in italics. So yeah, that is all. Thank you.